Holy crap, guys, they did it. They gave us the AFL 26 teaser trailer and they dropped it pretty early in the afternoon. Everything's sort of been coming out at 6 o'clock, but this has come out just after about 3:30 today, and there is lots to like about it. As it's all playing out, I will go back and look at a few key things. I will keep this quick, though. I don't want to overanalyze this 700 times. I'm just going to look at a few things that I think, yeah, they're really cool, and we will talk about it. So, first thing, you'll notice there's a lot of new animations. Things look really cool, really slick. Harley Reid has like superhuman speed as he's running through the middle. The crowd are up and about. Hugh McCluggage is up and about. Brisbane win the flag. And then we get a nice little end tag of Mac Andrew post siren winning the game against the Bombers here, where they've sort of just recreated the setting of how that played out. But let's go through a few specific things and just talk about them. Obviously, we see here all the fans near the banner for the Hawks with a few suits sort of holding up the banner, which I think is a bit rogue. And we sort of spotted that yesterday in the screenshots that we saw for the Blues. A lot of the screenshots from yesterday, like the Port Adelaide one, obviously have been taken from this that we have seen as well. And the first thing I will like to point out, that's probably a small thing that not a lot of people will realize, but I think will add a lot of, I guess, depth and replayability in some aspects of it, is this mark contest here. And it's between Amadi and Taylor, and you can actually see Amadi has, like, that. This is the first time we've seen an AFL game collision. In FIFA, you see it, they get slide tackled, they sort of ragdoll all over the place. We're probably going to get that in an AFL game for the first time here, as you can see with this contest. And you'll just see late, around the sort of the hip region, Amadi's body contorts based on, the movement of Sam Taylor's leg, just like pushing him out of the way. So that is really cool. Secondly, these guys are engaged in a bit of a contest to actually get to the ball. I'm hoping that this is not going to be a super complicated mechanic, and it's going to be kind of like FIFA, where you just either hold, the circle button or whatever it is to actually just push off someone in a contest and then be able to gather the ball. And same with like dribble kicks and stuff. Like, I know that you're probably going to have to do button presses to do a lot of this, but as long as the game is relatively intuitive to be able to help you do it nice and quick. Same with this push off. Like, hopefully these are not too, like, wild in terms of how you implement them. And I'll just go back again here really quick. You can see lots of people involved in this mark contest here for Mac Andrew, which is the clip we see a bit later on. Sort of all the guys looking at the contest. And you can even see him getting pushed out of the way by, who is it, Ridley there at 14? Is that the player who's like pushing him out of the way as he's coming down? And then he's like a little bit off balance as he lands, which is, again, kind of cool. So it looks like they have done a lot of work on these animations and things like that, which is great. Some of the eyes look a bit dead here, but let's ignore that for now as the rest of it plays out. And again, just the bumps here. I think this was probably 4 weeks in the AFL these days. You're not allowed to hit anyone for fun. But given he's probably within 5 meters because he's about to get the handball received, it's huge from Bailey Smith to be able to do that. And this is a 1-2 clearly, because he just gives it back. Not sure why you'd be giving that off in the first place, Stengel, because there's no one near him. So anyway, regardless of why he was making that decision, and also huge vertical leap from this man, Jack McRae. And same with like sort of the snaps like this from Jeremy Cameron, like in terms of how they play out, and even this like sort of kick in the air. Like I don't expect this to be a realistic thing that you can do in the game, although it would be cool if it was. Like this Tom Papley sort of just tap it onto the boot because he's on the goal line. I wonder how intuitive the game is. Obviously for the Cameron one, it's like knowing you're near the boundary to be able to kick the ball like that. Okay, now I'm not going to overanalyze this clip, the fact that everyone's running away, because as soon as the camera pans, there's literally no one on the other side of the ground. So this is clearly set up in a specific scenario to actually play out this clip. Also, the fact that there's a ball on the ground in the background sort of proves my point that this is not actual gameplay. This is definitely all set up in engine for this to be specifically cinematic and look like this, which is why you can't really trust anything that's in this to be really in the game. But obviously, a lot of it is because it's the gameplay side of things that we will learn. The looks, the animations, most of this is great. But obviously, you can't read into this and say this is how this is going to play out, because we genuinely don't know. Like this is called or be very preset things that they've gone, this is happening in real life, let's recreate it in game. Again, this is definitely like a pre-set up thing so that it's not actually happening in the game, or at least I don't think that it would be. This is obviously something that I think is set up for the trailer, just specifically to get this shot, which I love that they've put that effort in. But obviously, it really means we haven't actually had a chance to look at how the game is going to play yet. We just get a look at a lot of the animations, which do look really nice. And so hopefully that will mean that when you are playing, it's going to give you a good experience visually and as you play it as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. If you are undecided on whether to buy this game, I will be playing it on launch day as it is coming out, and hopefully I can give you an insight to help make your decision as to whether you want it or not. So yeah, we will wait and see Thursday next week. It's not far away. I don't know what else they will announce between now and then. Maybe Pro Team, something like that. I doubt we'll see any news on the weekend. But yeah, exciting stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.